Welcome to the video. So today we're going to be talking about a Disney resort. Now this will be my second Disney resort that I have reviewed in my Disney hotel series. The first one I did was Saratoga Springs. If you saw that one, I filmed it in 2023. However, I only recently found it not that long ago, so it was posted probably maybe 6-ish months ago. But we are going to be talking about Disney's Coronado Springs Resort today. Now recently I stayed there in April. We were there from April 12th until the 19th. Which you guys would have not known because the way that I post things, my Disney trip was actually posted in June and not April. So let's get right into things. I did ask my family for their input for this review, so here I have some notes here that we're going to be talking about. So the first thing that I got from the twins was the internet in the room kept disconnecting. Now that could have just been like an internet problem. I don't know for sure. However, their internet kept disconnecting on them. Mine did not have any problems. It could have been where they were sitting in the room too, for all I know. The room felt small. It was on the smaller side compared to what we were used to at Saratoga Springs, being Disney Vacation Club members. However, this was just a standard hotel room. And there was only one nightstand for 2 beds. They had it right in the middle, so whoever was on the end of the bed on this side and on this side didn't have access to a nightstand. There wasn't a whole lot of plugs there. Mine actually got put on the dresser underneath the TV because there was some there, and I didn't actually have access to it till the morning when I got up. We had thin walls. We were able to hear our neighbor's alarm clock every single morning beside us on either side, and then we could actually hear the neighbors' full-on conversations every single time we were in the room, right down to the point that we could figure out what their conversation was about. Like, that was how thin the walls were. So it could just be the section we were in, I don't know. We were in Casitas 4, so I don't know if that was just Casitas or if that was the entire resort. However, the walls were really thin, so that we would not want to stay in that section again. It was Mexican themed. The food was not for everyone. It was heavily Mexican themed, so if you had food allergies, you couldn't eat there at all. And if you didn't like Mexican themed foods, you were better to go to Disney Springs, another resort, or eat in the parks. We never actually physically ate on site at our resort, other than the one day that we ate at the pool, and we all pretty much got chicken fingers and fries or cheeseburgers off the kids' meals, because that was the only thing that wasn't Mexican themed. It was more pool themed. Not enough drink refill stations. There were only 2 of them. One in the main building. Actually, technically there was 3. But one in the main building at the main restaurant, another one in the main building at the quick service place, and then one at the pool. Now, the one that we went to was always in the main building because that's the one that had the stuff we wanted. So if you're just buying their mug, you can refill with like water, teas, lemonade. But if you're wanting like Coke and all that, you have to pay for the beverage plan for it. Which we weren't paying for a beverage plan, we just wanted like the teas and lemonades. So we had to go to the main building every single time to get it because the other ones did not have it. So that was our one biggest complaint, other than the thin walls, is the refill stations not having enough of them. Now the hot tubs and pools, we only saw the one hot tub at the one pool, the main pool. However, there is at least 2 other pools, and we didn't see any, and it could just be we didn't see them. We did have our room by the bus stop, which was stop number 1, which we liked. We did not book a preferred room. We just booked a standard room, and we were still able to be right by the bus stop, which we liked. We just across the parking lot, and the buses did come fairly regularly. We did check the app for times, for estimated times, which not always was correct, but that again, that's going with wheelchairs and scooters loading and unloading. And there was the one day the TV in the actual bus stop was not working, so you're relying on the app, and that wasn't working either. So you're just standing there waiting. They did, however, turn our power off on us the one night to the entire. I think it was the entire resort. It actually could have been just our building. We don't know. I ended up going out there in my pajamas because the pajamas I was wearing looked like I could have been dressed regularly. And my flip-flops, and I found some other people doing the same thing, and I ended up talking to a maintenance guy, and he said, yeah, we turned the power off. You should have power by 9 a.m. in the morning, and this was like 11:30, between 11 and midnight. So that was fun. They never told us about it. There was no piece of paper under the door to tell us the power's going out. Our TV never said anything. Granted, our TV was never really on, other than in the morning to look at the weather and the temperature. one of the few times that I was watching like Law & Order Special Victims. On our scale of 1 to 10, I would rate this a 6 out of 10 on the American, or standard American, North America standards. On a Disney scale, with the only having rated Saratoga before, I would give it probably a 7 out of 10. I would probably give it a 6 as well, not a 7. It was a nice hotel. The only thing is there's a lot that could be upgraded and definitely worked on. I more than likely will not stay here again. If I did, it might be in the tower. However, the tower is one of the very last bus stops, and you're always standing, and I don't like that. But I don't know if I actually stay there again or not. But for now, I'm going to say no, but that could change in the near future. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you stay tuned for all of my Disney resort reviews, because there will be more. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, turn notifications so notified every time I post. And for the restaurant you want me to try, please want me to try for too. Or if you have no idea for me, feel free to DM me on social media. All the links are below. Or you can go to my website, christinalouisefitness.com, and put the YouTube request. Or you can email me at christinalouisefitness@gmail.com, and I'll be sure to add your videos lineup. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.